How do you reset a rooster? Hey there, I'm author Sarah A. Chrisman.
And I'm Gabriel Chrisman.
And today we are going to discuss the bane of daylight savings time.
Yes.
This
is something that we've never entirely understood why it still exists.
No, and it really shouldn't. I hate that we always are shifting around and giving everybody jet lag who never even got to go anywhere. Especially since they changed it so that the spring ahead happens right around the time of my birthday. And I don't think it's fair of the federal government to steal an hour from my birthday year after year.
Right, it just irks you.
It irks me.
Yes.
It really does. And the thing is, if I cut one end off this candle and stick it to the other end, I don't get any more light from the candle. It doesn't work that way.
So let's explain why and when they started daylight savings time and why it was.
Yeah, it was not a thing in the Victorian era.
No,
It
just
was
didn't
not.
exist. Time zones did exist.
Well, time zones did exist because the railroads needed them. The railroads needed time to be standardized, and the railroads also preferred for time to stay the same.
Exactly. It made a lot more sense.
Yes.
But
then, do you want me to tell the story?
You go ahead, yeah.
Okay, so in 1918, someone in the eternally wise and wonderfully smart institution of the U.S. government, which we all know is
infallible, right?
Infallible and brilliant, came up with the idea that if you cut one end off the candle and stick it to the other, the candle's going to get bigger. And, of course, the government can't
somehow
be wrong.
we'll have more daylight.
Somehow we'll have more candle. But they repealed it the next year. So it was instituted in 1918, repealed in 1919, but some locations didn't get the memo. And so for a number of years, the next 20-odd years, you had some parts of the country changing the time back and forth and some parts not changing the time back and forth.
Which is still the case in some areas.
Still, but we're getting to that. I'm
Right.
getting to that. Okay, so 1942, it got federally reestablished again.
Wartime again.
Again.
Why war made people think that somehow you could create more daylight by moving it around really just didn't make any sense.
It didn't make any sense. So it was repealed again when the war ended, and it became a local issue again, just hodgepodge, different customs throughout the country. 1966, we got the Uniform Time Act, and that was when they standardized that time shift. But there were still a few places that didn't do it. And then in 1974, 1986, and 2007, we had different overall shifts. They shifted it for the whole country again. Okay, that's the history. Now, why it is just stupid.
Right.
Okay, so we talked about this candle and how you don't make this candle any bigger by chopping it up and
moving
it around. And actually, people who've done the numbers on this and looked at the statistics have actually worked out that it leads to higher energy costs because of what times people wind up using light and things like air conditioning. And so it actually leads to more energy getting used because
Rather than less.
because everything keeps shifting around and people are trying to do things at times they're not accustomed
Right.
to do them.
It also just disrupts people's circadian rhythm. This is essentially what she was talking about with jet lag.
Right.
People essentially get jet lag without going anywhere, which
is not fair.
and doesn't make much sense.
No. And it disrupts sleep for the same reason.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get enough sleep, and that leads to decreased motivation, decreased attention, decreased alertness, and because of that, there are more injuries.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Both traffic accidents, work accidents, everything else,
and hospital accidents,
which are particularly bad.
So, there have been, and I'll put the sources for all of this down in the text under the video so you can look them up for yourself and know that we're not just making this up. But there's been, around the time of daylight savings time, the shift between daylight and standard, there's an 8.8% increase in wrong medicines being given to people in hospitals, which is not good.
Right, and almost certainly due to just the fact that people are tired, people are feeling jet lagged, people are disrupted.
Right, and there was a Spanish study done over in Spain that found that there were 30% more traffic accidents around the time when all the clocks have to change. Now, a lot of that has to do with the disruption of sleep patterns that we were talking about and the lower reaction times that come when people are sleep deprived. It's also because no one's changing the clocks on all the animals. And wild animals a lot of wild animals are
Most active at dawn and dusk.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Crepuscular. Deer and rabbits and things, they come out when the sun is just at the horizon, whether it's coming up or going down.
So if you have everyone commuting around that time, it causes collisions.
Right, and the animals, they kind of learn when there's going to be people on the road.
Right.
But when there are suddenly a lot more people on the road at
A different
a
time.
different time, then you get a lot more traffic accidents from deer, etc. And by disrupting sleep, when sleep is disrupted, that spikes up adrenaline and other stress hormones. And
Cortisol.
Cortisol,
Yeah.
yeah. And because the stress hormones are spiked up, around that time change, there are 29% more heart attacks seen. I don't see why anyone thinks this is a good idea.
No, I mean, as a strange wartime measure to try to increase energy efficiency, I can understand them trying it once. But the first time they gave up after a year officially.
Yeah.
And that should have been the end of it.
It really should have.
But we kept on getting it again and again because, I don't know, some strange momentum in the federal government. It really makes no sense whatsoever. Do other countries do this?
Some do, some don't. And,
Which I'm sure just makes it even easier to deal with.
Yeah.
Because standardized time is important.
And I think that's the note we should end on because, this has been an experiment that's gone on for a little over 100 years, and I think
we
it's
know.
had its run.
Exactly. It's not a good idea.
That's right.
Why are we still doing this?
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. But on that...
Yes, resist daylight savings time.
That could lead to trouble if we've got some people following it and some people not.
That would be a problem.
There needs to be a standardization.
Yes.
Just call it one time and call it good. I don't care if it's what's now considered standard time or what's now considered daylight time.
I have no preference.
Choose one. Choose one or the other. This is like a little...
just stick to it.
Yeah,
Yes.
the clocks should not be a little kid who's saying, I want both, can't I have both? And you're saying, well, sometimes you can... No, just choose one. Choose one and stick with it.
Yes.
And that is our soapbox stance for today.
Yes.
Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please go ahead and give it a nice thumbs up and remember to tell your friends about my books. Happy reading.